I think it's been 7 months since I updated you guys on what is going on with our chickens. If you don't remember, we got 10 chickens back in March. It's been that long. And we didn't have a place for them yet. We didn't have a chicken coop. We didn't have an enclosure. We kind of knew where we were thinking about putting them permanently, but it wasn't an established thing. We still didn't know what the heck we were doing, where to get a chicken coop, if we should make it, if we should buy one. A lot's happened since then. We've learned a lot. If you haven't seen episode 1, I would suggest watching that first so you could see that entire process of getting them. But chickens start to grow fast, let's just put it that way. And we didn't have a plan yet, and they just kept growing bigger and bigger, and they were growing out of the dog cage that we had them in, so we had to put them in like a bigger dog cage or something. And it was getting out of control. I was getting paranoid. When you don't exactly know what the heck you're doing, it's easy to just put stuff off and off and off until it's like, oh, wait a minute, we need to do this today. This needs to get done. So what we decided was to not build our own chicken coop. It was just gonna be too much of an undertaking. We found a guy who lives like an hour away, and he is retired and just makes chicken coops like full time. That's what he does. That's what he likes to do. So he sells them at like a really good price. So it was made out of cedar, and we just had to go with it because it was so cheap. It was a really big ordeal getting it to the house. They like brought it in on a truck and dropped it off, and where we wanted the chicken coop is like on a slope in my backyard, and there was no good way of getting it back there was the problem we were running into. So we got the thing here, but now the problem is we can't get it down the hill. Again, my neighbor, Eddie, the one who helped me redo my porches, he came in clutch, and he brought his tractor over, and we moved it with the tractor. We actually had to dismantle our fence, and then we had to like surgically maneuver it through. It was crazy. It was really fun though. I always love working with the tractor. All right, Eddie left to leave me to myself to level out an area. Sarah definitely helped me with this. She's really good at leveling stuff. It's a special skill of hers. And so I don't even know if this is level. Oh yeah, look at that, that's pretty good. This has been pretty crazy so far. This thing was like remarkably heavy. So once we got it in the perfect place, which took a long time, we had to actually like build everything else. The first time roosting on it. Yeah, look at that.
Don't peck my eye.
And I didn't want these chickens to die, so I was willing to spend a lot of time doing this to get it just right. Again, my neighbor Eddie helped me immensely. He showed me how to lay out the posts so that they were all lined up, and man, I'm just so thankful for him. It really hands-on, just made sure that I knew what I was doing and I felt confident. And he would give me jobs to do, and then he would leave and come back, or he would just stay and help me. Ah, battery died, dang it. Man, it was so nice of him. Follow him on Instagram if you haven't already. It's Backbone Woodshop. It sounds trivial, but it was really cool to learn how to like line up all of our supports and everything, and you know, digging post holes and stuff. That what I learned is a post hole digger is called a heater because it heats up your muscles. It's painful. It was a lot of posts because I didn't exactly know how I wanted the roof to be, because I didn't know if I wanted to lay out chicken wire to completely enclose like the top. All right, it is the end of the day. I feel like we still have a long way to go, but this has been a really great learning experience for me, like learning how to make a grid and make the posts plumb or just, you know, straight up and down. And I knew for a fact that I wanted to put fencing around all the sides, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to do fencing on the roof because that was gonna cost like an eternal amount of money. So we kind of built this labyrinth of framework for, you know, the possibility for me to put chicken wire fence in the future on the roof if that's what I chose to do. I think the thing that took the longest was digging out the trench. So I dug a trench all the way around the perimeter and put the fencing down into it. And then I've got 1,250 pounds of quickcrete that we're putting all in it so nothing can crawl under. Why are we doing this?
Because we love our chickens.
Oh yeah. That took a long time. But I just wanted to make 100% sure that these chickens were not going to die. We were starting to get an emotional attachment to them, you know. That's how it goes. This was all taking an incredible amount of time, again, because I don't know what I'm doing, so just learning as I go, and the chickens are growing out of the dog cage that we have them in, and I don't have a bigger one. Yeah, but I finally got it done. Got the chickens in there. Let's go check it out. I didn't really want to make another video about this because I wasn't quite sure if the chickens were gonna survive or not, so I wanted to wait a little period of time. But we haven't had any deaths, nothing. I'm gonna show you a little secret to something that we did that has worked and saved us like probably $1,000, many hundreds of dollars. Sarah doesn't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what we're
Let's go check this out. Guys, this is the Taj Mahal, as my neighbor calls it, of chicken coops. We've got an electric fence. Look at this. We've got an electric, I want to touch this, but I'm too scared. I did one time, it scared me to death. If an animal crawls up, they'll get zapped. This is dug out cement, and the fence is in the cement. Hi. They're so happy. Have you gotten the eggs yet?
I have not.
Oh, check this out.
Got in there.
Whoa, they're all laying now.
There always are all the eggs in here. They really do not like the middle box.
And then weirdly, some of them lay on the ground. They
Just
there's something wrong with them.
They won't roost and they won't lay in the box.
Hey. Cleo loves the chickens. We'll put her in there. You want to go in there? We have our door here. And you just open it up. We can come in. This is it. It's huge. I don't really know what to say about it. The thing that saved us so much money was instead of enclosing the entire roof with fencing, instead I just put fishing line going across the top. And that, let me tell you, that took hours and hours and days of doing that. I counted how many knots, it was crazy. But when hawks fly over, that's the main thing since I have the electric fence. But when they fly over, they just see like a glistening of just something, and they don't want to, you know, dive down into that because they don't want to get tangled up. And it's worked. We have hawks everywhere out here. I hear them all the time, and we've never had an attack. I've even seen one fly like feet over this and just decided not to. So that's been really cool, and that saved us. I mean, this is a massive area. That would have cost quite a bit of money. I said 1,000, probably not 1,000, but I mean, you know what I mean. This is our grandpa feeder. I would highly suggest getting one. They open it up, and there's food in there. And they're trained now to do it. They step on it, so it's waterproof, and that's saved us so much money. Have they lived longer than you thought that they would, Sarah?
No, I thought they would survive. Everyone thought they were gonna die, and I was like, why do you think they're gonna die? But they're doing fine.
They love being alive. Right here, I hang down sometimes like treats in this bag. I had a bunch of really nice grass in here that was specific for chickens that like helped them or whatever. And so I kind of had this fenced off going all the way across here. And the grass grew, and then it's not really worth it. In literally a few hours, it was completely gone. And the next day, it was like completely gone, where it was just dirt in one day. So I don't know if I'm gonna do that again. I mean, we could get like a bunch more chickens if we wanted, but I think 10 for now is good.
It gives us more than enough eggs.
Yeah, I mean, we get 8 to 10 eggs every single day, so we're kind of overrun. And we're finding that we eat more eggs than anybody else. So when we're like, hey, do you need more eggs? They're like, no, not really, not like, please. So overall, I'd say this was a really great experience. I've learned a lot about chickens and everything, and they're really sweet. They love us. So glad we have the Taj Mahal for them because they deserve it. They give us 8 to 10 eggs every day, so they're working hard. They're doing the job for us now. Thanks for watching, guys. Maybe we'll update again if we get more or whatever. I don't know. But ow, I guess this series is over. Let's calm down. I think this is Martha. I don't know. See ya. Bye.